Hello, Harmony families. I am so pleased to have you or your student in German 2, whatever the case may be. And to get us started with the year, I want to show you this image here of me getting off the plane in Frankfurt this past March with my daughter, Julia. Julia is now in middle school, so I am a middle school mom too. And in this picture, you get off the plane and adventure awaits. And that's what I feel like now at the beginning of the school year, especially with you all, because I know you and you know me, most of us, maybe with a few exceptions. But I'm really pleased to have you all again with me in German 2, and I look forward to a great year. Before we go on, my German 2 students last year put me up to this. They said, when you go to Germany, Mrs. Rogers, find something really gross, eat it, and take a picture. Okay, and here's my picture. Not as gross as I imagined. Actually, it was pretty good. Okay, so was machen wir in Deutsch 2? What are we going to do in German 2? Well, first, I want to draw your attention to deeper learning. Okay, this is Loudoun County's phrase for how we get students career ready. And in German 2, that means authentic, real world, and problem solving. We need to learn German that is German you can imagine yourself using, that's real to you, students. Okay, so what situations would you see yourself using German in? Real world. So I can imagine us making a few phone calls to Germany, or maybe writing an email, getting in touch with some people. These are some real world applications of German that we can do right now. We don't have to actually go there. And finally, problem solving. In German, we do this every time you hear something in German and you try to come up with an answer. It's problem solving on your feet, and maybe more than any other class, German class gives you an opportunity to practice that. It takes a lot of mental energy to listen to something in German and then try to come up with a response. Okay, it's a good mental workout. Let's talk about Schoology. All right, this is the German 2 page as we finished last year. So at the top of the course page, you always have a menu just for review. And then below that, some links. We've got a syllabus. We have the pacing guide. We have grading policy and expectations, how to get a hold of me, phrases in the classroom. And let me draw your attention to this path to proficiency. In German 2, we're in all different levels. Some of us are still just kind of learning single vocabulary words, the word for desk, the word for camera, the word for teacher. Okay? And then maybe you can comfortably give one-word answers in response to a question, but let's see if we can build those out into some sentences. So here, novice low, I use words. Okay, as you learn words and kind of they go into your long-term memory and you free up space in your short-term memory. Okay, we're talking about how your brain works here. You have more room for putting together more complicated things like phrases, okay, sentences, strings of sentences, paragraphs. This is how you develop in your language proficiency. And at German 2, you are here, okay, when you're coming into German 2. I use words or phrases, and as you continue, okay, at the end of German 2, you should be somewhere between novice high and intermediate low. Okay, now you can be proficient in describing the items in a classroom, but not proficient in describing what you ate for lunch. Proficiency is measured kind of across the board, your general level of proficiency, and we're going to try to bring up your general conversation level about lots of different topics to that level. Okay, that's what we try to do in German 2. All right, the syllabus. Supplies, I just want to say, dry erase markers, dry erase markers, dry erase markers. Please. Okay, let's talk about essential questions and then vocabulary. I just want to draw your attention to another resource, and that is the Harmony Buzz. Okay, the Harmony Buzz is a newsletter that goes out monthly. And in that newsletter, you have what we're studying and questions to discuss at home. What makes a holiday special? These are questions, when you discuss them, it brings things to mind that then when you come to German class, I can ask that question and we can really quickly put together a vocabulary list. So it really helps when you kind of discuss those questions at home. So on that note, we're going to be talking about holidays this year, household chores, and just your house in general. Okay? What rooms do you have? What do you do in those rooms? And what chores do you have? We get into travel, and then finally we end the year with we try to draw together all of the terms that we use and kind of the most fun things that we've done in the year, pastime activities, routines like morning routines. All right, that's the year. Vocabulary, please practice vocabulary, especially if you're rusty on your German 1 vocabulary. Parents, that is one thing that you can check with your student to make sure that they're doing regularly. And we really want to practice putting together longer phrases, so the words already have to be in there. Syllabus and grading. This is a high school credit class. Okay, I'm skipping ahead a bit, but it goes on your high school transcript. CPA, okay, communicative performance assessments. Basically, there are 5 abilities that we grade on, and students might excel in one but not the other. There's a way to kind of maximize what students are good at and get the best score possible on the CPAs. Speaking of grades, so go to Student View or Parent View, as you know, to find grades. Go to Schoology to find assignments and get my feedback. And you'll see the video in the Schoology about how to do that and some kind of tips I have. What can you do for help? Okay, German to students and parents, go to Schoology and make sure that you've done all the things that you need to do. You know that I give you multiple chances on tests, and late work is accepted. You know how that works. Let's just keep on top of things and make sure that all the gradebook blanks get filled in and we stay ahead of the game. All right, reaching out. During the school day, the best way to reach me immediately is by phone. Call the office and have them find me. Otherwise, email. There's my email address. Whoops. I respond to email early in the morning and after 4:30, but during the day I'm with your student. All right. Let me go back to this first slide, back to Deutsch with Frau Rogers. Parents, any opportunity you can have to share this world of discovery with your children, with your students, learn vocabulary with them, ask them questions, send any resources you have, any experiences you have with them or to me directly. You're a part of this, and teamwork makes the dream work. I look forward to working with you and getting to know you better this school year. And thank you for trusting me with such an amazing opportunity with your student. So, mach's gut, that means do it well. Auf Wiedersehen.